Hi, this is James Watson from james-watson.com, and this is just a video to go over the 6 ways to get started fast with the six-figure mentors. This was the content I covered in the Fast Start webinar, and this is a quick video to sum up the main content, the main points that I covered. So first of all, with six-figure mentors, it's very important to, before you get started, to define your goals. Because you are probably going to be one of 3 different categories of person. You're going to be somebody who's looking to create a brand new 6-figure home-based business, primarily using 6-figure mentors. Or you may be somebody who has an existing business that you would like to learn online marketing to improve that existing business. Or indeed you may have an existing business where you would like to take advantage of the tools that are available within 6-figure mentors in order to grow and increase the profits for that existing business. Each one of those cases, you can have a slightly different approach to what you do to get the most out of SFM. Most of what I'm going to describe will be related to the first category. So if you're somebody that's looking to make money from the 6-figure mentors and learn while you do so, then these steps are going to be absolutely 100% perfect for you. There'll be a couple of tweaks, however, if you are not necessarily looking to benefit financially from promoting 6-figure mentors, but you're just learning to either use the tools or learn the marketing to increase the success of your existing businesses. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope you're clear on your outcomes before you get started. One final point is you do need to have the right mindset before you get started. This is really important. I did have a conversation with someone who asked the question, what is 6-figure mentors going to do for him? And actually, it's a little bit like the old JFK quote. It's not what your country can do for you, it's what you can do for your country. It's a little bit like that with SFM. You know, if you really sit back passively expecting SFM to do everything for you, you're going to be disappointed. There's no system out there that can do everything for you while you sit back and do nothing. Okay, if you've not had experienced success using other products and programs in the past, that may be, at least in part, due to an attitude where you're quite passive and you're expecting it to do all the work for you. Pretty much guarantee that a lot of information products and courses and programs can work, but you have to have the right mindset in order to make it work for you. And it's very much the same with 6-figure mentors. Don't get me wrong, there are some massive advantages that 6-figure mentors has over just about any other program, community, system that you care to name. But you still have to have that right mindset, and that mindset is that you're going to be successful, and how is the 6-figure mentors going to help you achieve that? Or how can you use the 6-figure mentors to help you achieve the success that you want? That's the right mindset to have, and as long as you've got that clear in your mind, then everything else that we're going to go through is really just going to be stepping stones along the way to the success that you want. So after we've defined our goals and made sure our mindset is on track, the next step to do is to watch the account setup videos. Now there are 7 videos in this series, and you can access them inside the 6-figure mentors. It's the second tab along from the left, and it's called Getting Started. And the first subcategory is called Account Setup. Video number 1, and I'll just go over these very briefly because obviously all the information in the videos is covered. They're very detailed videos created by Stuart to take you step by step through what you should do to get set up with SFM properly. But here's just a quick overview of them. Video number 1 is how to navigate the 6-figure mentors system. Video number 2 is how to create a Gmail account, which is very important. If you don't have an existing Gmail account, we strongly recommend you create a new one, because it is the most reliable email account out there, and email is a vital part of an online business. You need to have a solid email system that's reliable, that's fast, that's flexible. Gmail does that. Skype, if you don't have Skype already, you should definitely download it and install it. It's free. It just makes free calls computer to computer anywhere in the world. If you've not heard of it, not used it, it is an essential business tool, certainly in our business, in most people's online businesses. Firefox is the browser of choice that we recommend you use. If you're currently using one of the Internet Explorer browsers, we strongly recommend that you take on board Firefox, because there are many advantages of Firefox over Internet Explorer. not least of which there were a couple of issues, I think, with a couple of quirks with it, because Internet Explorer is not a very standards compliant browser is the problem, which means it's difficult for programmers. They have to write bespoke code to cater for Internet Explorer, and fewer people are using it now. It's not really worth it. I think there were a couple of issues some people experienced using the Six Figure Mentors back office with Internet Explorer browsers. The solution is to use Firefox when you're accessing the Six Figure Mentors to be 100%, have a 100% positive experience using the site. But in any case, there are lots of reasons why you should use Firefox as your main browser. You can get SEO plugins that will automatically tell you what the Alexa ranking and the page rank is for different pages. All sorts of amazing things you can do with Firefox. Video number 5 is to set up your profile. Now, your profile is really important. This is a profile that you can use to publicly show people more about you. It's almost like a one-page website, but it will also give them an opportunity to learn more about Six Figure Mentors via your link, and obviously you will get the referral if they then go on to sign up and become members. So setting up your profile is key. Also, for when you join the community, people want to know who you are. They will go and check out your profile page, and they will expect to find a little bit about you. It doesn't look professional if it's not completed, so do complete that. You just need an image, a paragraph about you, maybe even a video as well, some links to social media pages or websites if you have them already set up. Video number 6, join the community. Very, very, very important step. The community is definitely one of the strengths of Six Figure Mentors, so I highly recommend that you join the community and take advantage of that as soon as possible. And here's a little bit of extra tips about the community. First of all, I suggest when you join the community, and you can click on the link from the top right hand page of the Six Figure Mentors back office. It says the Six Figure Community. I'll tell you exactly what it says. The Six Figure Community, there's a little link underneath the button where you can log out, so make sure you click on the right button. The Six Figure Community link will take you into the community. So the first thing I want you to do once you've signed up there, because it is a separate sign up process, is to soak up the atmosphere. Just really have a good look around. There's lots of people in there posting forum blogs, uploading images, creating groups and having discussions with each other. It's an amazing place. There's a Java chat hangout lounge as well, which is very, very powerful. So do go up there and just see, take in a little bit of the atmosphere when you get started. It's a very, very impressive place. This is going to be a place where you're going to want to hang out, make friends, and learn and help each other on an ongoing basis. This is literally a key part of the SFM. Next step will be to read the rules. It's important to familiarize yourself with the rules of the forum, as with any other forum, particularly in relation to not posting affiliate links. That is to ensure that obviously we don't have an influx of people trying to promote their products and services in a spammy way. Okay, this is a non-promotional environment, if you like, the forum. This is just where people are going to help each other, add value, and that's it. There's no selling. So make sure you read the rules, and then I want you to go and introduce yourself. So go to the forum thread where you can introduce yourself, create a paragraph, a little bit just telling everyone about you. Then once you've done that, I'm going to suggest very strongly you try and find a local mastermind group, because groups are one of the real strengths of the community. This is where people in different areas and with different interests get together and network. And if you can find a local group somewhere relatively local to you, then I highly, highly encourage you to get out and create those local network groups and get out and meet people face to face. Because that's really what helped change my fortunes in business when I stopped trying to do everything on my own with my computer in my bedroom, and I actually got out and I met other people, wanted to do the same thing, get started online. It's a real irony of internet marketing, but the best way to learn it is to actually get out there and meet other people. It really is. But you've got to meet like-minded people, people who are serious. You've got to stay away from certain events of people just trying to sell you stuff that's not necessarily going to help you. And you also want to be around with people who have the right attitude. I think this is really important. That's why local mastermind groups among Six Figure Mentors members is going to be so powerful, because people can have the right atmosphere, they'll be very supportive, and if you can just get together on a regular basis with people locally, you will help each other and you will benefit tremendously, I can assure you. So if you don't have a local mastermind group in your area, then why not start one yourself? Okay, take action today, because there will be more and more people joining the Six Figure Mentors on the days, weeks and months ahead, and there undoubtedly are going to be communities all over the place. So go ahead, start one, be a leader in your area already, because Six Figure Mentors is all about becoming leaders. People who become leaders to help other people and to demonstrate, to lead by the front, to lead by example, they are the ones who are going to have the most success. Okay, and so being a leader means taking responsibility, being proactive, taking action. So if you don't have a local group, don't wait for someone to create one, just go and start one yourself. Okay, I hope that's clear. So the final video in the series, number 7, is to create an Alert Pay account. Alert Pay is the tool, the mechanism that SFM uses to pay your affiliate commissions. It's not PayPal, it's Alert Pay. So Alert Pay is a much cleaner, friendlier, more professional equivalent of PayPal. Free to create an account. So go and create your Alert Pay account so that your affiliate commissions can be paid to you accurately. So that's it for number 2. Watch the account setup videos. Number 3 is to watch the making money videos. So that's the second tab below account setup, still within the getting started area, and there's another set of 10 videos that are very, very important. This is where it gets really interesting, guys. Making money, I'm sure, has grabbed your attention. So this is the series that of videos that I need you to follow through after you watched and completed the account setup videos. So number 1, how to generate income from SFM. So that explains the commission structure, how you will earn money from the Six Figure Mentors. Video number 2 is how to purchase domains. And again, that's really, really simple with the My Express site tools that we'll talk a little bit more about. So you don't need to go to GoDaddy to register a domain. You can register a new domain from within Six Figure Mentors. It is actually an official domain registrar, so you can totally legally buy domains through SFM, and the interface is way simpler than most domain registrars that are trying to sell you a million upsells after you just want to get one domain registered. So that's cool. If you have existing websites, if you have existing domains but not without websites, you can bring them into SFM. If you have registered existing domain names, you can just very easily change the DNS settings where you registered them to point to the SFM hosting, and then you can create a website inside the SFM and it will be live on the internet. Now if you have existing websites as well externally, then you can bring them into the SFM, and I'm going to highly recommend that you do that, unless it's only going to be exceptional cases, and I can't think of many why you would not. There are no limits to the amount of websites you can bring in, and each website you bring in to your hosting via within SFM via the My Express site tools, each website is going to have its own separate cPanel and FTP access. So what that means is that you basically, each website will have its standalone cPanel. Now, one of the biggest issues that I've found with people using cheaper hosting, for example the baby plan with HostGator, is whether it's really confusing when they're trying to access multiple websites, when they use add-on domains inside that hosting, because effectively each new domain is a subdomain of the main one you registered. It's really, really complicated, even for me sometimes, and I'm supposed to know what I'm doing here, guys. So I would strongly recommend, if you've got anything like a baby hosting account with HostGator, you definitely want to import all of your existing websites into the SFM. Now the good news is you don't have to do that yourselves. You can raise a support ticket by going to the support site. I'll mention this a little bit later. The support site is at the sixfiguresupport.com, and Brenda and the team there will help you to import your existing websites. They are lightning fast. They're amazingly helpful people, so do use them, okay? So I would definitely recommend that you potentially cancel and probably definitely cancel your existing hosting. There's no need to pay for separate hosting if you can get hosting for free within the Six Figure Mentors. So save money on that, on hosting, and use the hosting available within the MyExpress site. Bring them into SFM. But obviously if you want to create new domains, it's very, very simple. The next video will show you how to set up your WordPress site. Again, it's extremely simple. Literally just a couple of clicks, and it's a total revelation, this tool, the MyExpress site tools. I'm going to suggest you create a test domain to play with. Create this kind of sandbox environment where you can play around creating pages, sites, and just experiment with the different functionality. But it's not live online, or it's not not a website where you're getting lots of traffic, so you're experimenting with a live site that's going to be publicly visible. Just create a new site and work with that, because then once you're familiar with how things work, then you can apply them to your core sites. But I promise you it's not going to take very long, because it's so quick to set up a WordPress site. Then you're into WordPress and you're just using WordPress as normal. The next step is to set up the 7-day bootcamp. So the 7-day bootcamp is the pre-prepared follow-up sequence of videos that people will receive when you give away access to it via an opt-in form. And it's going to give them lots of tips about marketing, online marketing, and obviously pre-sell them on joining the 6-Figure Mentors. So how you set that up is not that difficult, and this video shows you exactly how. The next one shows you how to import the Aweber autoresponder sequence. You do need to have Aweber for this. It's the only autoresponder sequence that allows you to import a pre-written, pre-configured autoresponder sequence very, very simply. It is amazing. So it really doesn't take very much time at all. And then you're going to have your own high converting follow-up sequence linked into the 7-day bootcamp. So that's video number 5. Video number 6, how to create lead capture pages. So this is how to set up your squeeze page. Again, very simple with MyExpress site, and the video shows you step by step how to do that. The next one, if you don't have a ClickBank account yet, then it shows you how to create one, so you can then promote products on ClickBank and get paid. One of the affiliate products that is already promoted or being promoted with inside SFM is payable by ClickBank. So just to make sure that you get the credit for that sale, you need to have your own ClickBank account set up. Again, free. Then you set up your income stream. So this is related. You need to put in your affiliate links to various products and services like Aweber, like ClickBank, if you like, for the SEO Presser software. So once you put in your affiliate links, then as people join your list and they get taken to the boot camp, then it's going to be those products and services that are promoted. You will get the benefit from them via your link without you having to do anything. Step number 9 is to add products to your portfolio. So if you've got existing products or services that you would like to offer, and they could be information products, but they could also be services. So maybe helping people get set up with websites, or helping people set up their Facebook page, or it could be copywriting, or maybe it's some kind of other coaching, or any other kind of related product or service that is what you offer. Then put them into your portfolio so people can see what is available when they go and check you out. So that's it. The final step is just to test. Just take a run through the whole thing. Sign into your, or opt into your bootcamp web form. Check that it works. Check that you receive the email follow-up sequence as you should, and just generally check that the website is set up and created properly. Very, very important. But that's it. That's how you would then set up the conversion environment for SFM. Now really all you need to do is just to focus on the next steps. Just to make it clear though, if you do need help with any of those stages, then don't be afraid to ask for help. And there's a couple of ways you can do that. I mentioned already the support side is great. So if you go to the 6figuresupport.com, that's the help desk. Anything technical, any technical challenges or billing challenges or access challenges, go to the support desk. If you've got marketing questions, marketing challenges, if it's your question is how to drive traffic, or how to write articles, or how to configure Aweber, then go to the community. Ask people in the community what, let them know what your challenge is. Post a blog in the forum and see what people suggest. And also, I'll just add on to this, tune in to the coffee mornings with an SFM leader. So every day during the week, there is an opportunity to have live Q&A coaching from an SFM leader. This is invaluable. You just don't get this anywhere else. These are people with proven success records in marketing. Okay, so that you're not getting advice from somebody who hasn't, it's all theory, but they haven't actually done it. These are people who have walked the walk. Okay, and so I think most mornings of the week it's at 10 a.m. UK time. A couple of on the Wednesdays and Fridays, I think it's 3 p.m. UK time. So you want to, if you go into training and coffee with an SFM leader, then you will see the schedule of when the next session is going to be, and you can just go and tune in live. And it uses some really, really cool software called ComF5 for video presentations. So it's actually, you can see a live video of the leader and you can ask them questions on the chat. So if you've got a challenge or an issue, or there's something you want to find out more about, go on there and ask somebody live. It's an amazingly valuable resource, guys, so use it. And I will be doing one every Friday at 3 p.m. UK time. So if you want to see me live, calls generally about an hour, then join me between 3 and 4 p.m. Friday afternoons every week. Not the week leading up before Christmas, but thereafter. I'm going to be there available to help you if you've got questions that you'd like some help with. So there are 3 ways you can get support if you need it. Step number 5, therefore, is to watch the marketing blueprint video. So this marketing blueprint video is under marketing and blueprint, funnily enough, in the Six Figure Mentors back office. And it's an excellent video created by Stuart, about half an hour or so. So it's not a short video, but it's an important one because it takes you through the process to how to organize your marketing. If you've not been used to doing any kind of online marketing in the past, or even if you have, but it's been a little bit spontaneous or sporadic and ad hoc, not very systemized, then you want to watch this video, because Stuart really breaks down why you want to create a schedule or a plan of activities almost on a daily basis. Now, I know many of you are in full-time jobs still, so you're time poor, if in that sense. You've got a limited amount of time. But that's fine. But it doesn't matter whether you've got a limited amount of time or whether you're working full-time at this. You need to create a schedule for the time that you do have available of exactly what you're going to do. So it might be doing an article, it might be writing or creating a YouTube video, it might be writing a blog post, it might be finding networking with people personally on the phone. Whatever it might be, you want to set aside a regular schedule of that activity, and then when it comes to the time, you know exactly what you have to do. And I promise you, the real key to success in this business is getting a process in place and sticking to it. Most people have the mindset that they try and look to do one burst of activity and then that's it. In reality, that's not how the world works. The successful people, the successful people I know are people who put things in place they do on a regular basis, every day or every week. And it's that build up, that's that accumulation of activity that makes you more and more successful, and fairly quickly too. I mean, if you just to get 8 opt-ins a day, just think about 8 opt-ins a day. If you've got a squeeze page that converts to 50%, you only need about 16 raw, obviously, hopefully targeted visitors to your squeeze page. 16 visitors, 50% opt-in, that's 8 new people onto your list every day. After a year, that's 2,920 people on your list. Okay, you've got a list of 3,000 people within 12 months. Now, would you be happy today if you had a list of 3,000 people? If you've got a list of 0, you'd be delighted. Okay, of course you would. But most people are reluctant to commit to that kind of little and often approach because they want the 3,000 people on their list today. And the reality is that it's much more difficult to build a list fast in that way, but it's a lot easier, a lot more predictable to build a list over time by constant activity. So you got to choose, do you want to go the hard way or the easy way? And personally, I would recommend you do the easier way. Okay, put that in place because it's much more likely to happen. Now, if you're a superstar, then go for the mega JV launches, or go for the higher risk strategies to build your list faster, and go for it. That I've got no problem with that. But I would say, I would really want to encourage you only to do that if you're really confident what you're doing, or B, you have already put in place a mechanism where this little and often activity is going to happen. Okay, so if you've got a system in place where you're having an article written and published every week, and you're turning that into a YouTube video, you're publishing it as a PDF. If you've got a Facebook ad pay-per-click campaign in place that's already driving you traffic on a regular basis, getting you opt-ins, then by all means go for another strategy on top of that. But make sure you have a core strategy that works for you in a predictable fashion. And I do think that creating a daily activity schedule is going to help you in that regard. Okay, that's why Stuart's video about the marketing blueprint is very important. Finally, and we've really touched on this kind of already actually, learning how to drive traffic is pretty much the only skill you need to learn if you want to make money and prosper from the six-figure mentors. You don't have to worry about the conversion environment so much because that's largely taken care of. You just need to drive people to the SFM and let Daniel and Stuart and the conversion environment they've created do the hard work. So first of all, I'm going to suggest you follow some training inside SFM. So there's some training on getting Facebook pages set up within SFM. So if you go into marketing and marketing training, then you will see that you can actually do a search for training material. So marketing training. I'm just doing it on the other screen while I'm talking, and that is, yeah. So there's some videos about creating Facebook accounts and how to add friends and contacts. So that's definitely something that you want to do if you haven't already. I'm going to be adding more content soon about article marketing, and just about every worthwhile traffic strategy we are going to be adding and putting some kind of core training in place that you can get access to with inside SFM. However, if you want to go for the gold route, if you like, then the six-figure traffic home study course is going to contain a lot more detail than the training that will happen within inside SFM. So we did the six-figure traffic summit recently, and we revealed in detail some quite sophisticated strategies for free traffic generation and Facebook ads, and we're going to go into those and others in much more detail in the home study course. So that is something that's not available yet, but it will be available soon. That is definitely going to help you as well if you're interested in learning how to drive traffic. Free versus paid, that's just something you're going to want to decide whether you do or not. That's not something I'm going to talk about too much now. Traffic's a whole different issue altogether. If you do have some money to invest in your business, have some cash flow, I would highly encourage you to look at getting good at Facebook ads, because I do think that if you can create a good Facebook ad, you can get a lot of traffic very cheaply. You need to understand what works and what doesn't, and that's why we'll be putting together some training on that very shortly. We talked about it at the Six-Figure Traffic Summit. It's really, really important. So that's where I would start, not Google, if I was looking for paid traffic. Otherwise, free traffic strategies, again, if you can commit to a regular schedule of article writing and publishing, or social media activity, whatever you want to do, then that's fine too. That can definitely work as well. So that's pretty much it for how to get started fast with SFM. So just to sum up, first of all, define your goals. Have the right mindset. Number 2, watch the account setup videos 1 to 7, very important. And take action on them, particularly to set up your profile, join the community, and everything else that you need to do. Watch the money making videos, okay, all 10 of them. This is the real core of how to get set up the right way with the SFM. And within that, if you want to bring in your sites, don't forget you can do that too. So if you want to bring in existing websites, make sure that you do that as well. Do ask for help if you need it. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Use the support team, use the community. So use the support team for technical stuff, use the community for more marketing related questions, and tune into the Coffee Mornings with an SFM leader for some live Q&A support, live Q&A coaching and feedback. Watch the marketing blueprint video and create a daily activity schedule. Very important, very, very important, guys. And then learn to drive traffic. Focus on driving traffic to your free bootcamp capture page and really take it from there. We're going to cover traffic and conversion a lot more in the future, but this is really where the rubber meets the road. If you just get even a small number of leads per day, you've heard Stuart talk about how if you can generate 10 to 15 leads a day, you're on a six-figure income. You really will. So just get good at generating leads by driving traffic and leave the rest to everyone else, basically. So that's it for now, guys. I hope that's useful for you. I want you to follow all these steps and then you'll be started the right way with SFM. Anything I can do in the meantime, let me know, drop me a line. Over Christmas and New Year, I guess things will be a little bit quieter, but it's an ideal opportunity if you have some time to make sure you go through all these steps, ready to then start driving some traffic in anger. If you're maybe going to start in this seriously in January, if you're going to start before then go for it, because this internet business, it's open for business 24/7, 365. I guarantee you there'll be people on Christmas Day sat at their computers browsing, looking for opportunities. So maybe sad but true. So there's no, go for it now if you really want to. There's nothing holding you back, and the people who do get started first with six-figure mentors are the ones who are going to prosper the most. So it's a little bit of a gold rush type period at the moment, because six-figure mentors will be massive next year, huge numbers of members, and the people who get in first and who become leaders earlier on, in terms of referring others, you will benefit the most by your public profile being raised. You will have more members thanks to the auto rotator scripts. So you will just benefit more and more and more by being one of the earliest people on board with the six-figure mentors. So I hope that's really got you motivated and fired up to get started, because I certainly am. I'm off to get going too. Okay, just kidding. I'm off to do more work, because work never ends. That's it, guys. So I will definitely speak with you soon. I am going to investigate a couple of ways that we can communicate with each other as a team. So watch this space on that, and I'll definitely be in touch with you regularly to check how I can help support you guys in what you're doing. So that's it from me, James Watson. Take care. I'll speak to you all soon.